So guys, guess who rocked up in my Instagram DMs the other day, letting me know that he used to watch all of my player career modes back in the day and has been a fan of the Cambridge RTGs in the past. After seeing his own face on one of my thumbnails for episode number 1, Jack Rolls rocked up and let me know that he's been a fan of the channel for a few years and is now watching the Cambridge United RTG. So thank you for your support, Jack. I've said that I'd give you a shout out and, well, thank you for showing your support. I apologise for taking you off the pen against Oldham in the FA Cup. For you, just for you, we have now added you as my number 1 penalty taker and you'll be taking all of my pens from here on out. And as I was previously in two minds as to whether to keep you or try and bring you back to the club, as we've seen the breakthrough of young Conceição, I will most certainly be bringing Jack Rolls through the either via a loan to then buy at some point in the future. But Jack, you will be at the club as long as I can absolutely afford it for the entire series. So thank you for watching, mate. I appreciate that very much indeed, and hopefully we can do you and Cambridge United proud throughout the course of this season. We'll dedicate this entire episode to you, and hopefully we can get some good points on the board, because we haven't been in good form. Those of you that have been watching the past few episodes, I think we've been in inconsistent form. We had some great wins, we had some rather disgusting defeats as well. We got trounced by Swindon, battered by Macclesfield, but then hammered Exeter. So what's going to happen in today's episode, I've absolutely no idea. We will be ending the month of January, and we'll sim Stevenage at home to start, so that we can manage the stamina better for the busy fixture list at the end of the month. And it doesn't get any less busy as we progress through, but hopefully we can still mount a challenge for the playoff spots. We still have young Lone Collins now at centre-back, starting alongside Greg Taylor. What we do permanently in that spot will decide next season. Depends on who else we get through the course of the youth scouting campaign, but we'll start by simming this game against Stevenage, and hopefully we can get off to a decent beginning today. What fate for Jack to have been a fan of the channel and then end up on loan at Cambridge United. I don't know if that played any part in you making the decision to come to Cambridge on loan, but thank you for doing so. We can now use you here on FIFA. Adebayo, though, is another loanee that I will certainly be trying to make permanent as well in the future here in this save, and he's gotten himself a hat-trick. He's on course for the Golden Boot in this save in season number 1, and we have ourselves a 3-0 win at home against Stevenage. Stevenage rock bottom of League 2 in real life, and I don't know as they're faring much better in this save. 22nd, as Bradford and Oldham are down at the bottom. Player returning back from injury is Leon Davis, which is fantastic news. That's exactly what we needed right now. We're back in contention with that win. We had a game in hand on a couple of other teams, and we're just 4 points outside the playoffs. So still very much within touching distance. I'm going to go and alter my training regimes slightly, because now obviously we're missing George Taft from that tackling one, and Leon Davis is still on his way back from injury, so I might as well just delete that one. I'm still going to continue to train Jack in this passing one. It will affect his value, and I'm contemplating taking him out so that he stays lower rated, so his value is cheaper, so it makes it easier to buy him back again, if you follow my logic. And then we can start training Jack once again once we actually have him at the club permanently. So I'm contemplating altering that one slightly. But I will redo my tackling one now, and then hopefully we can get some more solid growth throughout the course of the remainder of the season in a number of key areas. So I'm going to go and sort my... Actually, I'll advance to the 21st. Hopefully it will allow me to add Leon Davis into the training regime. I'm going to go and sort my training out, and then I'll see you in the game away from home against, I believe, league leaders Macclesfield. They were certainly right up there, and they are still leading the way. 5 points clear with a game in hand over second place Cheltenham. This ain't going to be an easy game. Right, Macclesfield's starting lineup has Joe Ironside up top, who's a very capable striker. Ben Stevens alongside him. Danny Whitehead in the midfield. They have the best defensive record in the league, Macclesfield. Obviously, we know they're leading the league as well. Oh, this is going to be probably one of the most difficult games we've had all season so far. They've not been easy of late either, so we shall try and do our absolute best over the course of the remainder of this January transfer window. We've done all of our transfer business that we want to do with regards to bringing new players into the club. Now we just need to do the business on the field. Since we've done it all off so far, Dunk has done well to win that back. And actually, I could get this forward here quickly, looking for Reggie Lamb. There's been some call to actually sell in the comment section, so I am open to that. Potentially selling Reggie Lamb. Get that into Andy Dallas. I'm going to try and turn the defender that's with me, and he's fouled there. It's definitely a yellow card, and definitely a really good position to take a free kick. Now, George Maris is the best free kick taker, I think, that we've got in the starting lineup. Do I try and go for a pass, or do I shoot? So prime shooting opposition. Go on then, Jack. Why not? Let's give you a crack, shall we? What can we do with Jack from the free kick? Oh! So very close. On its way probably to hit the post and then go in. But the keeper gets across well, sorts his feet, and is able to get in the way of it. Reggie Lamb into Andy Dallas. We could still score anyway. It's a penalty! Jack's going to have the chance. He just had the free kick. I've made him #1 penalty taker after he sent me a video on Instagram being like, you took me off penalties, unsubscribed. In the FA Cup game against Oldham. Jack, 10 minutes in to your first game after we know that you're watching. You buried it in the bottom corner! Cambridge 1, league leaders, Macclesfield 0. Oh, and it's the man that we know is watching that scores the goal. Thank you, Jack. More of the same, please. Stevens, oh, the obvious ball was that one out wide to O'Keefe. He's brought it down and volleyed into the middle well, but Collins is there to get rid of it. Very impressed with his start to life in a Cambridge United shirt. Danny Whitehead with the turn. Can't quite get there with Rolls. McCourt back to O'Keefe again. McCourt, O'Keefe. Delivery into the middle, maybe. Oh, Timmy gets it round the post. Corner to come in from that far side. Don't know how deadly their front line is. As Calais heads over the bar. Whether it's their good defensive record that's seen them launch themselves to the top of the table, or whether they're scoring goals as well as keeping other teams out. Be quite the dangerous package if that is the case. And it's just paused because my computer's loading something for some reason. Let's continue playing FIFA, shall we? Good clearance by Collins. Really enjoying using him. I wonder how expensive he is. His potential is supposed to be quite good, actually, so I'd definitely be open to signing him permanently, judging by how good he's been in this game so far. Kirby to deliver from the corner. Macclesfield really putting the pressure on, though, looking for that equaliser. Cleared away by Noyle. I think it was just going wide. Adebayo in the way, and that one definitely was on target, and it'll fall kindly for Rolls, and we'll just take our time now and try and see this 1-0 lead out till half-time. Rolls, Adebayo, bit of space. Oh, deflected. Deflected. Corner to come in, though. Can we get ourselves a second before half-time? Adebayo could be underneath. Yes, he is! He's cleared off the line, and Ironside heads behind. Adebayo is so good in the air. FIFA 20 is not necessarily that good a game engine for scoring headers. They kind of really killed it off after FIFA 19. That shot from Collins is going to fall by the deflection to Adebayo. And here's Davis trying to keep possession at the minute. Looking in there to Andy Dallas, who scores again. And actually, on his pretty terrible left-hand side, a 2-0 lead against the league leaders at the brink of half-time. We've tended to score quite a few goals this season in stoppage time at the end of the first half. And it always tends to be Andy Dallas that gets that goal as well. Cambridge 2, Macclesfield 0. Here's O'Keefe. Early delivery. I'm just going to try and nod this back to the keeper. Didn't necessarily go as planned, but we're able to work this away. I am going to have to make substitutions throughout the course of this game and the next couple as well, because of just the nature of the fixture list. Everybody's quite tired. We hopefully aren't in too dissimilar situation, though, to everybody else. You would think that other teams have just as many games to play as us, and that their fixture list is just as busy. So we should be all in the same boat. So fingers crossed it goes okay for us and we're not caught out. Jack rolls, drops his shoulder. Little drop with the shoulder again, but loses possession, unfortunately. We will make a couple of changes now. I've got the next game in mind as well. We'll take Lamb off and bring on Luke Hannon. Conceicão's tired, so we won't bring him on. We'll bring Carruthers on for rolls. Sorry, mate. And we'll take Adebayo off for Harvey Nibbs. Purely stamina related, nothing else. Performance-wise, actually. One of your best games in the Cambridge United shirt so far in this save. Unfortunately, I thought I'd given that away. I was going to say, unfortunately, we've given the ball away there. Andy Dallas can't quite get his feet sorted. 18 minutes to go, and we still look nailed on for 3 points here. Win that header, please. Well up, Collins. Rolls brings it down. Still not had a chance for those substitutions to be made yet, which is only going to negatively affect stamina more, unfortunately. Adebayo to Dallas, to Rolls. Out of his feet! But wide of the target, unfortunately. Very nearly. Very nearly. Up we go, please, Greg. He's so good in the air for someone that's only 5'10" and doesn't have the best of jumping stats. He was phenomenal for us in the RTG last year, Greggy T, and he's proving to be just as good this year. The only unfortunate thing is that now he's a year older, he's only going to be effective for us for 1 year less. But we are going to get 3 points here, and crucially, for the first time in forever, oh God, I hope, a clean sheet too. Bring that down, Harvey, and the referee should blow his whistle there, I think. Ref. Oh! That was fantastic. All kicked off with a free kick and a penalty by the man who this episode is dedicated to. That's phenomenal. What a game. It just had to be, didn't it? It absolutely had to be the first episode I record after hearing from Jack. And he wins us a game. Superb. Oh, we'll have a quick press... We'll have a quick press conference after that. Cambridge United always wins. Sure. We were the more determined. I can't believe we were that good against the league leaders, to be fair. Quite resounding. We could have won by more. We'll say we'll just focus on the next one and try and keep this winning run going. Up to 9th. Up to 9th. There have been some calls actually in the comment section as well to play Macclesfield more often. And as I mentioned when I first brought him in, he and Delev were purely for initially squad usage, and I wanted to prioritise the real-life Cambridge United players. I still want that to be the case, and Macclesfield and Delev are mainly going to be utilised in simmed matches because they're higher rated, but we are going to have to make some changes here because of stamina. Norval Williams can come in at right back, and well, to be fair, Darling is going to start there anyway because of the stamina for Collins. Let's put Liam O'Neill or Claudio Ranieri, as he is in this save, on the bench. Conceicão can come onto the bench as well, actually. What I'm thinking of doing in a later season, once we've got not quite so many strikers at the club, is switching to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, so that I can have Conceicão, Maris and Knowles in the same three in midfield, and we're not going to be sat in a position where we're deciding between Conceicão and Rolls for a starting spot. I'd like Conceicão and Maris sat deeper with Jack Rolls at cam behind Adebayo up top. That is my ultimate plan, but we can't yet put that plan into action. And what I'm actually going to do is put Sam Smith in for Mullin here, as I prefer playing with him over Paul Mullin, unfortunately for Mullin. And we'll put Nibbs on the bench. In fact, do we start Nibbs? No, we'll start Adebayo. He's been phenomenal so far this season, so I don't see any reason to take him out for now. Right then, cracking on with one more game. This one away from home against Morecambe, so again, away from home in the Northwest. But we won one against the team in the Northwest that began with them. Let's try and win another, and then Salford come from the Northwest, but they're coming back down to us on the 28th before we end the transfer window. Right, can we go one step further towards the playoffs? This season could go all the way down to the wire with regards to promotion fight. Let's get 3 more points. Morecambe's starting lineup. Jordan Slew, a former Cambridge United striker, up top leading the line. I don't know how they're lining up. 4-3-3 for them. Slew's actually on the left-hand side of the front three with Miller through the middle. Kenyon holding. Right. Let's build on this. 2 straight victories so far today with no goals conceded. This will be probably the more difficult of all of the games we're going to play, though, because we're at our weakest with regards the players that we're using. But hopefully we can keep it going. Strong challenge from Jones there. Then fouls Cooney as well. Hopefully he doesn't get a yellow card for both. Just the one yellow to start the game for Daniel Jones. Oh, that would have been outrageous if he'd have got 2 yellows for 2 fouls. That's a decent delivery though. Oh no, Sullivan puts the ball into orbit. Through the gap to Macclesfield. My first time using him, I think, actually. Macclesfield. Delev, he's been really good when we've had to call upon him. Hoping that these guys can really put in a great performance for us and get us a victory that we're desperate for to get ourselves into the top 6. Macclesfield driving into the box, but I just kind of ran straight at the defender there, didn't I? Jones with the throw. Hannant will get it across into the middle to Sam Carruthers. And Delev will look quickly for Sam Smith, who, off the inside the post and into the far side netting, gives us a 1-0 lead. I don't know where this form has come from, but we are playing brilliant football right now and putting ourselves right back in the promotion fight. Great finish from Sam Smith there. Lovely ball round the corner from Delev and rifled in. Perhaps lucky to have hit such a large chunk of the post and have it sneak in the far post. I don't care though. Cambridge lead by a goal to 0 away from home again. Sloot. Oh, he's done me there. Absolutely committed to that challenge. Here's Wildig. Wildig, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Miller looking to run through. Greggy T there again. Hannant forward to Adebayo. I'll probably take him off at half-time for Harvey Nibbs, just to try and save Adebayo's stamina as best possible for the next game. But I'll wait to give him 45 minutes here as we continue to look to get him a golden boot in League 2. And Adebayo, oh, I took it one step too far. Oh, I turned brilliantly. I just wanted to get an extra half a yard to guarantee getting a shot off accurately enough. But the defender was able to close me down. I couldn't sprint. I just had to hope that the defender didn't get there. And unfortunately he did. That was a brilliant opportunity to give us a 2-0 advantage here away from home against Morecambe. Will we live to rue that missed chance? Whipped into the middle, away by Harry Darling, and properly this time, rather than those absolutely awful clearances we've seen in recent times that have headed the ball straight towards the edge of the box and into danger. That's much better from Harry on that occasion, and Carruthers could get this through to Delev, who's got some space to get into. We could aim for Sam Smith in the middle. Oh, he's nailed me. Absolutely nailed me. Threw himself into the challenge to try and get there. Couldn't do so, and the referee will... Straight red card for Jordan Cranston. Were both feet off the ground? They were. He did leap into it, but only one leg was outstretched when he made contact. A straight red card for Morecambe for a lunge of a challenge. And we have a brilliant opportunity now to see this game out in the same manner we did against Exeter. I'll try and pull this back to the man on the edge of the box here. It's Daniel Jones, the left back. Oh! Flashes the ball past the post. Surely we've got to beat 10-man Morecambe now. Oh, Jones was in the way on. Does get to the second ball first. He's massive, Daniel Jones. I didn't realise he was quite that physical a specimen, but should be able to outmuscle absolutely anybody at the back line with a physique like that. Macclesfield through to Sam Smith, and there is the opening here for Norville Williams to maybe get an assist. Oh, that pass left a lot to the imagination. And now Miller could send a teammate in behind, trying to step in with Luke Hannant here to slow them down. We have done so. Norville Williams still getting a little bit dizzy so high up the field. Darling stepping in not once but twice, but still can't get the ball away. Tart finds the ball across and Hannant gets back. And Callum Burton will pick up the loose ball. Treading a fine line here, trying to keep hold of this 1-0 lead. They may have a man less, but evidently they're still going to be dangerous going the other way, so we can't take the foot off the gas unless we can get a second goal. Adebayo to Sam Smith, looking to drop the shoulder and has won a free kick on the edge of the box. Now Rolls isn't on the pitch at the minute. I've taken Adebayo off already because his stamina was just dropping astronomically. Daniel Jones has decent free kicks apparently. Can we get ourselves a quick second goal? Whoa! Wow! The movement on that was outrageous. Delev brings it down but can't get it under control. The movement on that free kick was outrageous. Oh, it's going to be 1-0 at half-time, but it could have been oh so much better. And in some fashion too. Down the line to Norville Williams. Down the line again to Delev. And Nibs is there. Oh my god. Oh my god. O'Sullivan with the throw. Cooney. O'Sullivan into Diagaragos. Trying to drum up any sort of belief in this Morecambe side that they can get back in this game. They haven't yet had an opportunity really to get themselves an equaliser. It has been all Cambridge United, but their defence has stood firm so far. But this is really well worked. And if I can find Nibs with a pass, or Sam Smith for that matter. Oh, go down, Sam! Go down, and that's a pen. Now on the counter, they might be in at the other end, but no, Jordan's done well. Norfolk Williams gets the... Oh, Greg! Oh, Jesus! We're all right. We're all right. Macclesfield swept up wide here to Hannon. Here's Nibs this time. Sam Smith. Nibs could go again. Nibs has gone again. Oh, it could fall for him. Oh, but it's not going to. If we don't get the win after all of our domination in this game, I'll be distraught. I don't think we've ever deserved a win much more than in this game. Battered Morecambe for the entirety of this game, even before they had 10 men, to be fair. Carruthers, oh, terrible pass. Trying to get that to Nibs. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to squeeze it through a gap. Still adjusting to playing with such a low-rated side after playing with my godly Leeds United team in the last save. Still trying the occasional pass that I shouldn't. And it could get me unstuck here. But thankfully, that entire passage of play hasn't led to them getting an equaliser. Smith with the turn, and now Nibs is in. Ball has just flown from one end of the field to the other. Make a run, please, Luke. You could be in behind. Luke Hannon looking to get in behind. He is in behind. Ball towards the back post. Delev, no! Oh, like Salah in the Champions League a couple of years ago. Off the post with an open goal in front of him. Macclesfield. Hannon. Macclesfield. Has still got options in the middle. Oh, it was meant for Smith and it's gone towards Nibs and it's cleared away. Why, oh why, have we not scored a second goal in this game? I do hope goal difference isn't important at the end of this season, because this would be the one game that we could have had 6 in, and have only got 1. Make that 2! Carruthers! Brilliant strike. We will get more of an advantage. We will get 3 more points. 3 big points again. 9 from 9 so far in today's episode. Things could not be going better for us right now. Maybe we should dedicate every episode to a Cambridge United player. Oh, who have we got on the final game? I can't quite recall off the top of my head. It was Stevenage. Salford, back at home. Our first home played game of the day. I mean, at the minute, I can say Cambridge United always wins. We do so far. We were more prepared for the rematch against Morecambe this time around, and a comfortable 2-0 win. I think, no, we could have scored more. It was the red card was unfair for them, but in the end, the scoreline wasn't. Norfolk Williams thought he was on his way out. You're definitely not on your way out, but I can't say as you're going to be playing too much regular football. Bigger games ahead, Paul. Sorry, mate. I'm tempted to even just cancel your loan to free up some more money, to be honest. But Salford, we are level on points with Mansfield. They do have a game in hand, but we're now just a point behind Exeter. Sorry. A point behind Crawley, 3 points behind Exeter and Colchester. So we are a point outside the playoffs. Newport have a game in hand though, and if they win that, their goal difference will at least be level with ours, if not better. They're conceding a lot of goals, but we haven't conceded one at all so far today. Time to go back home and welcome Salford to the Abbey Stadium. Right, Salford starting 11. James Wilson and Tom Elliott up top for them again. We drew 2-2 last time we played Salford, and we felt hard done by in that game as well. They're mirroring my 4-4-2 again. Let's go make it 4 from 4, shall we? Up. It wasn't really up at all, was it? It was down. Wilson can't draw defenders too far out of position, otherwise we'll just open up space for other players. Wiseman. Oh, it's a good cross. Please, Greg. He's done well there. Keep that in, Leon. Oh, got a little bit lucky there with how it fell to me, but never mind. Rolls. Davis. Come on, lads. Leon's got some pace. Not quite as fast as Noyle at right back. I'll pull this back here to the edge of the box. Adebayo looking for rolls. Dallas. Oh, I thought for a moment that was flying in. I really genuinely did. It's probably further wide than it looked, actually. But it wasn't too far away. Worth an effort. Half an hour in. It's been quite quiet so far. Adebayo. No shots on target so far, as you can see from that graphic there. Just that one Andy Dallas effort that flashed past the post. Dunk. Oh, I got ball and man there, to be fair. Don't book me for it, ref. He hasn't. Right, free kick for Salford then. This is probably going to get whipped towards the back post. And is, but there's no one there. That sums up this first half, I think. I think my effort with Dallas is the only shot of the half, and indeed it is. We're going to be at 0-0 at half-time, and this has been the worst game of the entire season so far, entertainment value-wise. Quite intense to play, as trying to build and trying to stop them from doing the same, but for you guys, not really much to show you at the moment, apart from maybe Andy Dallas giving us a one. First half stoppage time, Dallas does it again. Cambridge 1. Salford 0. You just can't take your eyes off Andy Dallas at the end of a half, because he will punish you. Tucked away. It's Wiseman. Oh, Reggie's just going to get there. He's done well. Collins into rolls. Nice ball to Leon Davis. Adebayo's with me. Davis could go again. Oh, Dallas did, but I just couldn't make my mind up there. Twisting one way, then the other. Gibson through the gap to Towell. To Gibson again. Elliott, Towell, Hunter. Salford keeping the ball well. Away, please. Oh, Greg, that wasn't the best, but he does find Reggie Lamb. Got support. Quick 1-2. Come on, then. I've got Adebayo with me. I've got Leon Davies making the run on the far side, but Reggie could go solo here. Reggie Lamb doesn't need anyone. Questions asked in the comments about his place in the team. But he's guaranteed us a victory here. 2 goals to the good against Salford. No support needed on that occasion. Almost exactly the same as his only other goal for us this season. I'll take it. 2-0. Are we about to get 4 straight wins and 4 straight clean sheets? Santrad. Gibson drilled to Tom Elliott. Around the corner to Wilson. This is good build-up play from Salford. Is Wilson onside? It looks so, and he buries it. They pull one back. It is not to be 4 straight clean sheets. It might not be 4 straight wins. Half an hour to play. Elliott through the gap towards Conway. He's come off the bench for them here. Taylor can't get there. Maris thankfully does get to that. Davis has flicked that on well, and Nibs will recover the ball. Maybe a counter is on. Rolls nicely into the path of Davis. He's got the pace to get away here. And the ability to turn. What can we do with Jack here? Make me a run, please, Harvey. Thank you. Jack could go again. He has gone again. Rolls! Oh, it just won't quite fall for me. Very nearly. A third would kill the game off. He's going to get to that, though, Jack. Oh, not quite what I intended there. Win that again, though, George. Oh, I just can't quite seem to keep possession at the time. Looking for a third goal. I might make a couple of changes just to freshen things up again for the final few minutes to ensure we don't get overrun at the back. I do not want to lose this 2-1 lead. That's going to be a corner for Salford, though. I am going to have to make a change. Let's take Maris off for Conceição and Reggie Lamb for Delev. That's my 3 changes. Nibs is on for Adebayo. 13 minutes between us and another set of 3 points. Potentially 13 minutes between us and a place in the League 2 playoffs. Delev can't outmuscle the man there, though. And Gibson looking to get past, and he's gotten past the man. And the second man, Dimmy, makes the save. We are so lucky to still be 2-1 in front. Jack, Nibs has made the run. Rolls into him. Come on, Nibs. You're not fast, but he could be fast enough. Delev! It's 3 points, that is. And goals! Cambridge 3, Salford 1. They pull it back, but we fight back ourselves. I meant to play it to Dallas. He let it run. Delev smashes it home. Playoffs for Cambridge United surely now. Into Conway. Wiseman. Conway's gone again. He's looked inside for Thomas Asante and he's kicked that straight at Harrison Dunk. We'll see this game out from here. Only 2 minutes added on. Oh, it's going to be 3-1 to Cambridge United. It could yet be more. Can we grab a fourth? Ah, no, Leon Davis can't keep possession. But 3 straight wins in play games and 4 total with the one against Stevenage. We could not have ended January better. Every single one of my shots went in. Rephrase. Every single one of my shots on target went in, other than the Dallas one that went wide. Are we into the playoffs with that? Wasn't much between our two sides. Cambridge United always wins. I've been able to say that in every press conference so far. Proud of the lads for turning up, performing in front of the home fans and a comfortable win. Neither of those are really true, so we'll save time to focus on the next match and keep this run going in the month of February. Are we into the playoffs? We are! Cambridge United up into 7th. Newport still with their game in hand, and the goal difference is in their favour should they get the 3 points from that win. But as we face 6th placed Colchester next, we have ourselves a playoff spot for the time being. Still 16 games to go. We'll end the January transfer window now then and see what the situation is going to be as we head into that month of February. And we'll have a look and see if Newport play that extra game in hand. We've got transfer deadline day to come to. A transfer offer for Harrison Dunk, which we shall reject. Right. Let's see what we can do on deadline. Well, I'm not going to do anything on deadline day. So far, the biggest deals. Leroy Sané to Manchester United. Sorry, to Real Madrid from Manchester City for 79.5 million. Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona to PSG for 72.5. And Ciro Immobile is into the Premier League at Tottenham Hotspur for 57 million pounds. 160 million spent in the first hour alone. As N'Golo Kante goes to Barcelona. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that Chelsea sold N'Golo Kante. £82.1 million. Not this early on in his career anyway. Or in his time at Chelsea. 82.1 million for one of the best central midfielders in world football. I think the best central midfielder in world football right now is Kevin De Bruyne. But arguably one of, if not the best central defensive midfielders in... Well, I tell you what, dreams midfield, isn't it? Kante and De Bruyne as a midfield too. No massive deals outside of that, though. It's actually been a very quiet final 9 hours. So I don't suppose there's been anything else happen. Big transfer-wise, no. Right then. As transfer deadline day ends, N'Golo Kante to Barcelona is the biggest one. We have some extra youth scout reports. Offer for Greg Taylor, which I shall reject. I'd be open to selling Lamb now, between now and the end of the season, so that he can finish this year and we get the money for him next year. Let's have a look. 54 to 76. That's not really good enough for what we're looking for, though, to be fair. Technically, he's not going to be there. I'm going to say reject that one. That's a definite no. 56 to 80 could be something decent. 140 grand starting, he's 17. We'll wait and see, give that another month. That's a no. 60 to 86, he's only 14. 6 foot, we'll give that another month. I'll say no there. I'll say no there. And I'll say no there. Potential, though, with Aidan Ward and Ewan Price to maybe have a couple of other youth players to bring in. Obviously, we've called up a couple of youngsters already. Elliot Griffiths is now being trained, and with potential of 75 to 87, could certainly see himself playing first team football if that rating grows as dramatically quickly as we need it to. Marcus Wilson, 78 to 94 for him at left back now. Really excited about his future at the club. And Dominic Wright, 67 to 79. Not quite as positive for him now, but if he grows well, then we could see him in the picture by the time we're in the 3rd or 4th season. Whether we're in the Championship by then or not, I'm not sure. But tomorrow we start with Colchester at home. We've then got Newport away. Wow. I have to play those two, don't I, really? Because they're the ones in and around us. Then Scunthorpe and Bradford. Bradford down the bottom. Scunthorpe we can probably sim. Plymouth away and Carlisle at home. So I'll probably play Colchester and Newport and Plymouth. And we'll sim the others. I think that's the way we'll do it for February. But will we still be in the playoffs as we are now by the end of tomorrow's episode? I'm not sure. Thank you very much for watching there, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed the episode, and make sure you subscribe with the notification bell ticked so you don't miss another video. Thank you, Jack Rolls, for watching. If you're still doing so, this one has been dedicated to you, and as such, has also been our best episode to date. So more of the same, please. I'll see you guys tomorrow.